Hi Gabby, hi Sean.
Hey.
What day you had today?
Yeah.
Go on then, I'll tell you what, why don't you tell us about from the time that you were told that you'd won a trip over here to the memorial service. Tell us about that.
You're the one that got the letter, well, Mum told you.
Yeah, it's a long time coming.
When was
Patrick
it?
had, oh God, November 2021.
That's
Yeah.
when you were supposed, that's right.
That was when we were drawn
That's
for
when
the
you were
foundation dinner. Patrick had emailed me to let me know the good news. I don't check my emails, so I didn't know the good news. And then my mum comes out of her house one morning and says, "Got a letter for you, yeah?" It's like, "Who's writing to me at your house? I've not lived there for 20 years.
Really?
And it was Patrick had sent a letter, because obviously my Man United membership, because I've been a member since I was a kid, at my mum's house, is still at my mum's house, so he sent the letter there. I opened it, thought it was a wind up. I couldn't believe it. So when we called him, he was like, "Yeah, it's true." Sent me the video over of the draw getting done, and so it's been amazing. And unfortunately, with Corona, Gabby hadn't had a second shot, so Germany wouldn't let her in. And then they dropped the restrictions about a month later anyway, didn't they?
Yep, fuming.
So yeah,
So,
we were
were you
upset.
upset?
Yeah, definitely.
She was so upset. We just thought that we would miss our big shot of, doing something amazing for the club and something that should be on every United fan's bucket list, shouldn't it?
So just to be clear, so you were supposed to be coming last year in 2022, but the COVID restrictions were that you needed all your jabs and you couldn't have yours because of your age.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You had to have it 12 weeks apart, and literally a second shot was a week and a half after the 6th.
Oh dear. So how long have you been United fans then, both of you?
Born and bred.
I wasn't allowed to choose a football team until I was 8, but from the age of 8, it's been Man United.
It's always been Man United.
Before that as well, but for fairness, my dad's Liverpool fan.
No. We'll edit that bit. So
she wasn't allowed to choose anyway, but long story short, she always knew she was going to be United, just like her mum.
Excellent. And did you know, I'm sure Shell will have known about the Busby Babes, did you know?
Yeah, my granddad passed the knowledge down to me.
Right.
We're passing it on to the next generations now.
Excellent.
And that's what it's all about.
So you were told all about the plane crash and everything?
Yeah.
I think it's sad.
It's really sad. It's like, I can't believe that it happened. Like, we were speaking about it before, weren't we? If anything like that happened now, like...
Yeah, it's just unfathomable. You couldn't imagine playing with your team that you love.
Nice.
And especially in the era it was,
Yeah.
news must have hit in a, I don't know, was it a BBC broadcast or a newspaper report?
Exactly.
Then there's no coverage, you just don't know how they were getting on. It must have been heartbreaking for United fans to know that the players they loved were either dead or lying injured, and obviously you just can't imagine.
Proper United fans, you too. So then you found out, so you couldn't come then. And then did you think your chance had gone?
I thought my chance had gone, but Patrick, bless his heart, sorted it out so that amongst yourselves at the foundation, would it be okay if we brought them next year? Because,
of course.
through no fault of our own, and
So you've come, you're here, and you're the stars, in my opinion, you were two of the stars of the show there today. How did that go? How did you think it went?
Oh, I was super nervous. I was super nervous anyway before we even got here.
Yeah.
And then I tried to calm my nerves. Everyone's been really lovely and looked after us. So I calmed down a little bit, but then when we got took to the original memorial site this morning, and seeing where the runway would have been and how far, it got me choked up. I thought I might get a little bit emotional, but I didn't think I'd actually shed tears, and I'd shed tears. Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I cried.
She did.
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
I wasn't expecting to cry, but it just was so overwhelming to see where the actual runway was and where the plane crashed. It was just...
It's emotive.
You
can watch it as many documentaries and read as many books as you like, but until you stood there and you feel it, it's undescribable.
And were you, so Gabby, when you went up on stage, because your mum obviously would have, she'd have gone through some similar things like this in the past, I'm sure, where she's had to stand up in front of a lot of people. For you, is that the most people you've stood up in front of?
Definitely.
Well, there must have been about 2,000 people there. How did you feel?
I wasn't really concentrated on like how many people were watching me, because that scares me. But I was just focused on being able to read out the Roll of Honour. Like,
when you were reading out the names of the people, you know, the people that had died, how did it feel?
I just felt like I needed to get their names right to make sure that I honoured them properly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I did.
So now that it's all finished and you saw everything that had gone, how do you feel about it all?
It's reaffirmed even more love for the club and the fans.
Definitely.
Good.
You know, you feel it at match day, but you're in your own little group. You're going off where we're all here for the same. Obviously, we're all there for the same reason when we're watching a game, but we're all here for a special reason, and everyone's so lovely. And then afterwards, obviously, they've recognised us and they're well done, girls, and they're shaking your hands. And
lovely.
Gabby wants to come every year now. That's it now. It's just like we want to be here every year.
But that's what we want to do. We want to pass it on, don't we, to the generation below us. So is that something that you really are going to be doing?
Yeah.
You're going to try and get over when you get a bit older and...
Definitely.
Good, and pass it on to your friends.
Definitely.
Good. Is there anything else that you want to say for anybody else who might be thinking about coming out?
Do it. Don't even think about it. Get the ticket booked and do it, because my granddad told me when I was a little girl that every United fan should make the pilgrimage and respect the babes. And you hear it and you go, we know granddad, we know the gravity, and but you do, you need to come, you get your boots on the ground and eyes on, and it'll live in your heart forever.
It will. Well, you've both been fantastic. I'll let you have the last word, Gabby. Where does this rank in terms of what you've done in how old are you now? 15?
15.
Where does this rank in things
First place.
No.
Definitely.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Don't think I've ever done anything this special.
Oh, that's really, really nice. Well, look, thank you very much, both of you.
Well, thank
You've been
you for having us.
fantastic. You've represented the fans in the best way, honestly, that anybody could ever have done. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.